Good morning. We're a little more than halfway through August. In a previous vlog, I kind of already showed my progress for my September Coffee Monthly Club product, and I really need to finish that up this week since September is approaching, and it takes about 1 month for me to send it to my manufacturer and get it produced and have it shipped to me. My August products have not arrived yet, so I'm really nervous about it making the deadline. So I'm going to try to focus on my September club products this week as much as I can so I can finish it.
Now, how do we make the world so much better?
I'm close to finishing up the sticker design. I just need to finish the cup holders, but I did change and make the colors lighter than this one, so you can kind of compare that red here, and they're slightly different. Same thing with the browns. And so far, I really like the lighter color because I think it matches my style more. Whereas the brown one is cute, but it doesn't really match with my style. So I think even though I finished these two designs, I'm gonna go back and edit it to make the match just a little more because I feel it's a little too dark for what I was going for and I don't really like it, and I've been thinking about it for a while. I recently posted a poll on my coffee asking about how they felt about my digital products, and one of the responses I got was that it was difficult to set them up because you have to do each app individually. And while I couldn't contact the handy admin to give me cellular access, I am going to try to still make a tutorial on how I can set it up once I give the icons for download. So I'll include that at the end of the video, and my Kofi members will also be getting that snippet just to reference for themselves. Other than that, another feedback that I got that was super helpful is to try and make icons with the same colored background. So let's say I have one design. I think what I'm going to do is offer them in different color variations, so that way it would be easier to match, because personally for me, I like that each icon was a different color background, but I know some people might have preferred it to match a little better, and I will also be considering that, so it would be a little more helpful for everyone. But overall, I'm really happy that people really enjoy what I created, and I hope to be able to keep making stuff that you all enjoy and would like to use. So another feedback that I forgot to mention was that my members requested me to post my monthly calendar a little bit earlier so that they can print it out before the month start to fill in all of their events and activities. And so I kind of tried to work on the horizontal print really quickly, so I didn't really record my process for it. Here's the artwork that I'm going to use for my monthly calendar. And it's just a very cute whimsical theme of my characters playing on like a vintage dining room area, and they're trying to steal like pieces of the pumpkin pie. I wanted to be able to fulfill that request because I felt really bad that I was making you all rush the calendar process, because as someone who journals myself, I wanted your planning process to be calm and chill and relaxing and fun to do. And so I will be posting that as soon as I can, even though today is like August 28th right now. But for my future reference, I am going to work on my horizontal print first, just so I can have that calendar out and ready for you all. Another thing is this month, if possible, but if not, next month, I want to include additional printable items like a memo design, because I really want to create memo pads, but they're kind of costly to produce. So I thought it would be a great option if people can print it out and have access to some cute memo designs, even if I couldn't really make them myself for you all to buy. I also want to think about adding a weekly planner page, and the final advice is they also requested that I provide a variation where the calendar is divided in half with a gap in the middle, and that's because they were adding it to the notebooks and I didn't realize how important that was, because there's that bridge in the middle of a book where you can't really write through. So I will also be making a variation for that. Honestly, I am overall really appreciative of all the feedback that I've been getting, and I didn't really imagine that many people would be using my digital products, so I'm really grateful, and all of the feedback will help me make the experience of using my products a little bit more. I completed all of my designs for the calendar. I'm going to quickly show you what I have, and then I'm going to post on Kobe. So this is the one with the split in the middle, so then they can cut it and put it in their notebooks. I have it labeled as Monday Start. I've also revamped it because the note size is so small. I added another important box here in case they want to add any important details. Then this is the same one except with a Sunday start. And then I also did the A4 variation of it combined together with no border in the middle. And this is also a Sunday star variation. Now, since I am in the US, we typically follow letter size format. So I did a letter size format with a Monday start and a Sunday start for the printable calendar. I want to add some stickers to the borders and edges and decorate them before I share them with my coffee club. I just finished my September coffee prints and I sent them to my manufacturer. Last time I only did 30, so I had 20 spots for my coffee members, and I will be selling 10 of it on Etsy for a higher price. Since my spots all filled up last time, I am going to open up more spots. So there's going to be 40 spots in total with 18 members from the previous one. So that means there's technically only 2 spots available. If you're interested, feel free to join my coffee, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay. So I mentioned that I was going to be showing you how to set up the icons and wallpapers really quickly on the iPad. So I'm going to quickly go over that as the tutorial. As a side note, I'm currently using the app called Handy, Handy, on the App Store, and they allow you to create your own custom theme. While I did try to reach out to Handy for a seller's account so that I can have the icons for sale and my Ko-fi members can have a code access to the Handy account, they never really responded back to me. So for this method, I am hoping that if you are a Ko-fi member or have access to the digital icons and wallpaper set, to please not publish it publicly, otherwise it would be unfair to both you and everyone else who has purchased or supported my Ko-fi. Alright, so now let's get into the tutorial. So I am currently on my device right now, and we're going to first navigate to Ko-fi. Now that we're on the Ko-fi page, we're going to go to the shop section, and this will contain all of the member-only products right here listed. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be downloading the September 2025 digital rewards, which is the Autumn Cottage Fairy wallpaper and icon set. So I have downloaded all of the icons I want to use into my photos. So I've only selected the beige background colored ones and the brown background colored ones. I also have chosen the background with the double image for both covers since I am doing this on my iPad as the demo, and here are also all the widgets I installed. Now we're going to move into the Ko-fi page. Okay, now we're on the Handy app, and what we're going to do is we're going to click this plus sign here, and it will open up to this page. You can select all your icons. I will select my photos and basically select all of the ones that are my icons. So I'm going to select all the brown and beige icons. I think you can only add 50 at a time, so I'm going to add the first 50, and then I'll add the last 46. Next, I'm going to select the small widgets. So I selected the 5 small widgets. Next, I'm going to select the medium widgets, and they're the ones that look like this. Then I'll add them. And then the large widgets would be the ones of my characters, typically. You can ignore the wallpaper since I'm doing this for iPad, but if you choose to do it for the phone, you should add the wallpaper since this is the space for the 16:9 wallpaper. I'm also going to add the extra large widgets, which includes this one and this little mushroom house. Now that I've added them, click next, name it, and then proceed. And I ask again that you install this privately and not post it, since you did pay for this membership and it would be unfair to you or anyone else if you were to share it publicly with everyone. Now you can go and install. They will take you to this page where you can link your app. So I'm going to actually not install this many because I don't have this many apps installed on my laptop. On my iPad. So I'm quickly going to just select my favorite ones. Okay, I've selected the icon I liked, so now I'm going to go next again and link my apps. And one great thing about them is even if you don't have these apps, you can still link them. It will just be a placeholder name. And once you've done it enough times, they actually keep a list for you here. And so you can just select the ones that they provide on the list. If you end up picking more icons than you expected that you would have, you can click to install and proceed without linked icons. And then you can just watch a little ad. Now it installs the icons for you, and it will just take a couple seconds. And it will tell you how to proceed. You go click allow. Now what you do is you go to profile here, and it will show the new profile that you just downloaded, and you will be prompted to enter your account. Select next and install. Now once you go to your home page, you'll see that all the apps have been installed, and I'm gonna quickly move them to a new page. Next, we'll customize the widgets. To add a widget, you would click edit, add widget, and then scroll down to handy, and you can choose to add any of the green ones. These are a little different and I haven't used them before, so I'm not too sure. So I'm going to add a couple of the short ones here. Now you select each one, select the theme, and this one was named Autumn College Core. Select the widget, and you have these. You can choose to make them change every couple minutes or select a static one like that, and you have your icon. I will repeat for the other two widgets. So just to make sure that we can test this out, I'm going to open up Instagram via Handy. And you're going to see that it takes you to the page without actually having the notification banner on top, which is also really convenient. So now I'm going to show you how to set it up so that when you change the focus modes, you can also change the wallpaper designs. So this way you can switch between different things. Just as a quick side note, this syncs with all of your devices. So if you use the Mac or your iPhone and you actually put the theme on each of your devices, it will also sync with it based on your settings. So to do that, we're going to go to settings, and you're going to add a new focus, custom. I typically name the focus based on the theme I have. Orange color. Now we're going to go back to this page, fold, and create a new wallpaper set and select photos. Now I'm going to select the photo that I had made, which is this. You're going to see it show up like this. Drag it around to reformat it, and then turn it vertically so that you can also format the vertical way. Okay, now select add, change the home screen to the other image that I have set, or you can select any other images you'd like. Again, for the vertical side, horizontally to the horizontal side. Don't drag it to the edge too much, or else it leaves that white blurring effect. Instead, you want to expand your horizontal image just slightly so that it fills the board, but not enough to reach the top page to avoid it. Select done, and there you go. You have your wallpaper set, which shows up like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'll choose the theme, And then I'll also choose the home screen where I only select these two pages, so only these two icons will show up. I am all done, and you will see that it only shows these two. If I switch to a different thing, it will only keep the home screens that I selected. And to get the effect where there is no word under my icons or widgets, I will go to customize, and then we're going to make these into large icons. And there we have it. The theme is now complete for the iPad, and you can replicate the same process for the iPhone. I hope this helps. Thank you so much.